prominent Crimean Tatar nominated as Ukraine's new defense minister amidst crucial times. Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky has nominated Rustem Umerov, a distinguished Crimean Tatar, as the potential successor for Alexei Reznikov, the current defense minister, amidst a pivotal period in Kyiv's ongoing efforts against opposing forces. The Ukrainian legislative body will decide upon Umerov's confirmation. This leadership transition happens when Ukraine is reinforcing its ties with its allies and financial supporters. A central focus for Kyiv is to expedite the operational readiness and deployment of F-16 fighter jets and procure additional armaments and tools from Western collaborators to bolster their efforts. Furthermore, there's an ambitious objective within the Defense Ministry to establish a domestic weapons manufacturing foundation. This is being pursued in partnership with Western military enterprises, focusing on innovations such as long-range assets potentially targeting locations within Russia. Serving as Ukraine's chief liaison with its Western partners, the defense minister plays a pivotal role within the Ukraine Defense Contact Group. Reznikov had cultivated crucial connections with top-tier officials from the U.S. and Europe through this association, with the group's next convention scheduled for later in the month. However, Umerov is no stranger to negotiations. His portfolio includes significant participation in prisoner swaps and orchestrating the Black Sea Grain Initiative. Throughout these ventures, he has consistently voiced doubts regarding Russia's commitment to the agreements. Presently, Umerov chairs the State Property Fund tasked with magnetizing investments towards Ukraine. Contemplate joint military exercises, affirms Russian defense minister. This past Monday, Russian defense minister Sergei Shoigu brought forth an intriguing development, stating that there are active discussions surrounding the feasibility of orchestrating joint military drills with North Korea. While this move is a significant one on the geopolitical chessboard, Shoigu was quick to highlight that North Korea isn't the only country Russia is considering for such collaborations. Our dialogue on potential joint exercises isn't limited to just the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, he clarified using North Korea's official title. It's a logical progression, especially considering their geographical closeness to us. After all, they are immediate neighbors. Recalling his recent visit to North Korea in July, Shoigu fondly reminisced about the deep-rooted bonds that Russia shares with the nation. North Korea, in his words, is not merely a neighboring country, but a pivotal ally of Russia. This relationship is cemented not solely by their shared border, but is further enriched by the intertwined histories and extensive collaborative endeavors of the two nations. On Monday, aiming to emphasize the gravity and depth of the bond, Shoigu turned to traditional Russian sayings that advocate for neighborly harmony. One's neighbors aren't determined by choice, he asserted, driving home the importance of sustaining and nurturing relationships, especially with close neighbors. He further elaborated, it's crucial to recognize the mutual histories, values, and shared life experiences that bind nations together. This is especially true for a neighbor like North Korea, with whom our historical and cultural exchanges have been extensive. Ensuring a harmonious and peaceful relationship with such neighbors isn't just a choice, it's an imperative. Putin and Erdogan convene in Sochi over a Black Sea Grain agreement amidst changing dynamics. In a bid to rekindle Moscow's involvement in the pivotal Black Sea Grain agreement that was relinquished by Putin earlier in July, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Russian President Vladimir Putin convened on Monday in Sochi, Russia's southern coastal metropolis. Broadcasted visuals captured a congenial atmosphere between the two, with Erdogan warmly greeted by Putin at his residence. The Russian leader even playfully proposed that Erdogan consider holidaying at the Black Sea resort. But before initiating formal talks, Putin conveyed to Erdogan that Russia remained receptive to discussions regarding the grain deal. Anticipations also lean towards deliberations on Russia's proposition of delivering a whopping 1 million tons of grain to Turkey. As per the Russian official news source, TASS, this grain, assisted financially by Qatar, would be channeled to nations in dire need. Further, the discourse was speculated to encompass the gas supplies journeying from Russia to Turkey, as reported by TASS. Post the extensive dialogue session, Erdogan, addressing a joint media gathering, expressed optimism about soon reaching a resolution that matches aspirations. Putin reciprocated, stating Russia's readiness to revisit the grain agreement once stipulations on lifting export bans on Russian agricultural commodities are entirely honored. The Sochi rendezvous, marking the first face-to-face interaction between the two heads of state in almost a year, unfolds against the backdrop of perceived shifts in the long-standing Erdogan-Putin rapport, especially as Erdogan navigates his concluding term with increased confidence.